right, how you doing? Hey, now let me throw a disclaimer out there. If you a Proverbs 31 woman, all right, God fearing, traditional woman that honors the man, this video is not for you, okay? But you could share it if you like with somebody else that you know. You may know that I'm about to speak about, okay? I'm speaking on what they call the modern Western woman, okay? And this is type of behavior or type of demeanor is something that's gradually spreading throughout other countries. How y'all doing today, man? I'm up in right above Salt Lake, Utah. Man, you talking about snow and cold today? It's like 25 degrees, or maybe I'm just spoiled from being in Vegas. So I thought I'd talk a little bit about this lady. She's a Jamaican reggae singer, something like that. All right, I ain't heard none of her tracks or anything. That she's getting a lot of flack on social media. We're saying that the women, quote unquote, Western women, are like the new men. Okay, and I think that that's true to a certain fault for some. Okay, that probably find themselves in situations where they have to be tough. Okay, but I think that there's a way that you can kind of be strong. Most women, especially like if you look like women that look like me, all right, in skin color, you know, probably have to do things a lot harder and a lot, greater and so forth. But there's a way that you can do that and still be feminine, all right? But by all means, if you could do some of the work that men do, if you got to do it, that you do what you have to do, ladies, okay? Uh, but let's not all just blame that on a woman, on the woman. Okay, a lot of probably didn't have like a lot of male examples in their life. They probably had, they probably didn't have a father, or maybe some had fathers, and they probably rebelled against the father's authority. Okay, get caught up with other stuff that girls that didn't have a father were doing. All right, end up falling in that trap. Somebody that was innocent, an innocent girl, caught up in peer pressure. I'm not making excuses for the modern woman. Okay, some women, they want to set their own examples. They want to take on the world on their own, so to speak. Okay, them against the world, like Tupac said. It's just me against the world. But let me tell you this: the things that separate a man and a woman is biological. Okay, we're not. Hey, forget what you heard. We're pretty much put on this earth to be the builders, the enforcers, to moderate the woman. Okay, that was the original thought. All right, of men. Okay, to be placed on this earth as caretakers and to be the image of the Most High. All right, I ain't trying to get all churchy, but that's just how it is, though. All right, the woman is supposed to be the man's helper. Now I know things again that changed over the years and so forth, where more women are they getting it, they making money and becoming like I don't know CEOs in the Fortune 500 companies. A lot of you got ladies are colonels and generals in the military, movie stars. Actually, believe it or not, when I took a film class back in the day, when a lot of the movie companies were coming over here to America in the 1900s, that was one of the first professions where they allowed women to actually excel. All right, the film industry in the 1900s. All right, but I gotta tell you, most Eastern men, they're not coming over here to try to find Western women. All right, I mean they do treat if anything, they treat Western women like concubines. Okay, and some of the Western women, you know, you guys put yourself out there to be like that, and you know, it's kind of like you attract uh, a lot of bees with too much honey. Okay, but let me tell you this: this is things that happen over systematically over a period of time. Because let's say before 1965, most households, all right, were married, particularly if they had children. What, like 80%? Now it's down to like what, 30%, something like that, of children's parents are what, that are not married. Okay, I think that is starting to increase now. All right, but that just goes to show how much it fell over the last, what, 55, 60 years. How much on the decline that marriage and the traditional family, and also the traditional wife and woman at home. Things like, I hate to tell you this, the feminism movement, the Great Society, those things like that. Okay, particularly like in the 1965 with all those reforms, they're pretty much forced the father out, particularly like in underprivileged communities. Okay, Black and some Latino communities. All right, to where many women, instead of relying on the husband, they rely on Big Daddy government. Okay, for those programs and so forth. And right now, there's a program in California. I meant to do a video on that. That's gonna pay $1,000 a month for single mothers. Now you tell me, what good is $1,000 gonna do in California a month? Okay, a studio alone out there is what, $2,500 a month out there in LA and San Francisco. But I digress. Okay, so it just got to, so probably, I don't know, by the 80s, a lot of women that came up that was in households like that, they figured they didn't need a man. But it's also things with social engineered throughout school. All right, instead of let's just say traditional domestic work and so forth, has, I think, had thwarted the woman, and because she became more privileged and empowered, that they didn't need any man. And now some of these women are looking up 40, 50 years old. All that time that went by, the biological clock that went out. All right, and it's kind of like, I guess now they're in a crisis, struggling to try to find a man. All right, but by then it could be too late. So this is the problem. I think it is a problem, but I think that this is something that a lot of people outside of America don't see. When you kind of connect the dots and so forth. Okay, but some women, they want to be their own. But they want to be their own examples. But what's going to happen probably another 30 years from now, a lot of these women, okay, are going to end up dying alone. The population is going to end up dropping. It is predicted by 2050, the population is going to drop like 30%, 33%, all right, just by not reproducing alone, all right, in America, Europe, all right, and guys that come out to these Eastern countries, you call yourself going to the Dominican Republic or Africa, all right, don't expect much going to change, because you want to be sure that these women love you, because some of them can get over here, you marry them, they get over here, 5 years from then, they get their American citizenship, they divorce you, all right? Some of those women do have a plan. I'm not saying all of them. So there's something to think about, okay? So that's just my thing on that, all right? Men are not going to be women, never. Women are not going to be men. That's just not going to happen, all right? But men, if you allow it, if you allow women to be disrespectful to you, all right, if you're not pulling your own weight, if you put them in a predicament, all right, to be that way, all right, then they're going to be that way, all right. So make sure that you're doing what you need to do to pull your own weight. And that's all I have for now. Thank you for your time. I'm gonna go pick up these kids, and let me know what you think about this video.